Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to your weekly energy update. We're looking at the week of December 11th through December 18th, and this week we do look at self-love, self-worth, and relationships. Now, we are moving toward the end of the influence of the eclipses, which ends around December 22nd. And, well, of course, we also have the Mercury retrograde pre-shadow starting on December 13th. So we're already going to start to feel the tide coming in, where it's not for our benefit, for the most of the energy that we're investing to launch new things and to kind of try to head outward into new things, but to kind of repair our nets, use the time for reflection during the Mercury retrograde. The pre-shadow, we start to feel everything, and then the retrograde will hit, and then we'll eventually get into the post-shadow again. But it's a good time to review old relationships, not start new ones, like brand new ones. We can always start relationships with people we already know, but not like starting something brand new, like someone that we haven't met before. Around relationships. And then also it's a time where someone from the past can come back. Oh no, I know, don't worry. It's always for us. So some great energies happening this week with that, the pre-shadow of all the reflection. It's a great time for us to learn a lot and move forward. So we'll be asking for the reading for this week. Where can you reflect on about self-love, self-worth, and relationships that will help you along on your path? So, of course, we're going to do readings for each individual zodiac sign, and we're jumping into yours right now. All right, Pisces, this is your weekly update, and we're going to start off here by pulling a card from the Journey of Love Oracle. And all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your fancy and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right, so let's see, where can you reflect on about your self-love, about your self-worth, and any relationships that Spirit would like you to know about. All right. So for Pisces, what would you like them to know for this weekly reading? All right, this is the one right here. And you have Simplicity, card number 4. Lovely card there. We're going to put that over here. And let's see what message comes in about love. All right. If my fingers will work here. All right, there we go. So it says, bow to that which is simple. You will find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy a possibility of an answer. You will find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for what you possibly can, even if you are yet to understand why you should be grateful, because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. Trust in the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullness of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest night, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through a simple answer. Love, trust, have faith, be patient, wait, and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything is going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes ingredients need to cook and percolate so that they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you are struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way, meditation, time in nature, dance, and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it's all going to work out for the best. There's a little saying, there is peace for one whose heart is open. So definitely, where you can reflect upon is, how are your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around relationship, around your worth, around your self-love? How are they being complicated by all those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets of the outside world? What can you do to simplify things? We'll see, of course, what else they'd like you to know. We're going to look into these Power of Surrender cards. And let's see maybe where you can surrender a complication. Something that we're making more complex than it needs to be, right? Right? Nope, they didn't want any of those. What else? Okay, that's the one right there. We got surrender to receiving support and love. Beautiful card. Polar bears. Says allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Yeah, so trying to control everything, trying to do it all yourself, that's the complication that they're talking about here for this week. Allowing things to flow, asking for help if you need it, asking for what you would like, also of spirit and of humans, and allow yourself to receive instead of always feeling like you're the one that has to give to everyone else, right? So I do like that for you. We're going to pull some cards here from the Naked Heart Tarot and see what else they'd like you to know. And then we'll pull one last card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So what else would you like Pisces to know, please? Okay, they do want that one, that one, that one. So I feel like these, there was a one hidden in there. Okay, well, we're going to keep those together. And we'll slide this right in here. So we've got these three-ish. And what else? Okay, they do want that one, that one. Okay, let me grab that one, but this is the one they want next, right here. Okay. So we'll scooch these. And we'll start with this one right here. And you've got the Spirit of Pentacles, which would be the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles goes on this beautiful journey of the outside world in relation to its self-worth, its worth in relation to the outside world. So there is this unfolding here. The simplicity in receiving, allowing yourself to receive, does come into this question of, am I worthy to receive from others? And one of the beautiful cards of the Pentacle journey is the Four of Pentacles, which is when we learn and we realize that the outside world is unstable, because we discover that when we define ourselves by looking in the outside world into relationships, into situations, into things, and saying that they are supposed to define us and tell us who we are and what we're worth. But that's retail price. That is putting a value on ourselves on what we're worth to others. But self-worth comes from within, not from without. And there's this transformation that happens, and we start questioning the thoughts and beliefs that we have around our self-worth and our worthiness to receive, and they start to fall away as we connect inward and upward. Because when we're disappointed enough in the outside world and how unstable it is, because people change or pass away, so relationships are not stable. Situations never stay the same, so they're unstable. And things break down, deteriorate, stolen, burned down. So all of that is unstable, and it's disappointing and unstable enough where we eventually turn inward and upward to find our foundation in the eternal and the unconditional, that love from above. And so that becomes the foundation. It's eternal, outside of space and time. It never ends. That's pretty stable. And unconditional, no conditions at all. So we can never lose it, because there's not been one condition to gain it and nothing that we can do to lose it. So a beautiful, beautiful foundation comes in here around worth. And let's take a look here at these two cards. I feel like we're supposed to look at them together. Okay, yeah. So you've got movement of swords and the Fool card. So the Fool card is all about endings of old cycles and new beginnings, new adventures coming in. And the movement of swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, those things, complicating things. And the movement is known as the Knight of Swords. And so there is movement in thought and belief and mindset, which is allowing in for this new way of looking at things. But also, it is this connection, this quest for higher truths, these capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love of above. So this new adventure, this new awareness, the simplification comes not in that we have to seek love, but we only need to look at what we have built between us and love. I think it's Rumi that said something like that about we don't have to find love. We are love. We just need to find out all these barriers, these thoughts and these beliefs and mindsets that complicated it, blocking us from love instead. So I like that you're going through some self-reflection, understanding what of your thoughts and beliefs are limiting you. And then you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is kind of reminiscent of a simplicity of two. Everything comes down to two things. Every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. Two buckets, that's it. So it really simplifies it when we look at that there's just two choices in every moment. If it's not one, it's the other. So if it's not of unconditional love, then there's some fear that's there somewhere. A small t truth that we fear losing love. We fear that we're not lovable, or, something along those lines. The Two of Wands is a powerful awareness around that simplicity, and also in that whatever we focus on is what grows. So if we focus in what we're fearing, it grows. If we focus on what we feel is missing from our life, then missingness grows. If we're focusing on something we don't want in our lives, that grows. But if instead we switch over and we look for what we're grateful for in our lives and what we want in our lives, then that grows and expands instead. Very simple. Whatever we focus on is what is expanding in every moment. We're either expanding love, unconditional love, or we're expanding fear. Which do we want to expand? Neither is right, neither is wrong. They just feel different and have a different impact. Fear constricts, love expands. All right. And then you have the movement of cups. So you also have the Knight of Cups, which means movement of emotion. It also means pursuit of the Holy Grail, because thereafter the Ace of Cups, which is the Holy Grail, it is full of the unconditional love essence of the other world. And so there is this pursuit both in higher truth and in this higher love that helps bring in this simplicity. Again, what is every moment? Unconditional love or fear. And here's the Four of Swords. Peace of Mind card. So usually they'll have the three swords on the wall, which represent our expectations, disappointment. The Three of Swords usually has a giant heart on it with three swords stuck in it, which represents the pain, the fear we have. But they're sleeping on the Ace of Swords, and that Ace of Swords is what you're in pursuit of here, which allows you to cut away those small t truths, because you can connect to the higher worlds, but it also lets you cut away the small t truths that no longer serve you. So this brings in peace of mind through all of that. You got your 4 and your 4, simplicity, peace of mind. I like it. And then you have Two of Cups. So it definitely brings in your power of emotional choice coming in. Could also, because it's a general reading, this could be when you simplify things, that actually expands and allows you to connect more deeply with another individual, whether it's romantic or friend or family, co-worker, whatever it might be. It does expand your love. But again, here's the two. Every moment is an emotional choice between us choosing of emotion related to the fear of losing conditional love or of unconditional love too. So right above each other, the 2 and 2, showing us the power and the simplicity. Then you have your 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands starts off feeling like it's a conflicting energy. Wands are your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. And it's like it starts off feeling like you're in a firestorm. But over time, we do discover that this energy transforms from competition and trying to hurt one another out of fear to that we see the love behind our actions. Because usually it starts out like a kung fu movie where there's 5 people battling and you're like, oh my God, they're trying to kill one another. And then eventually one person's left barely standing. The 4 others are exhausted and you're like, what is he going to do next? Is he going to off them and send them off into the other worlds? It's like, then they all start laughing and you're like, what's going on? And they help each other up. And they walk down the road back to the monastery and have a meal together in the meal hall. And you realize, oh, these are Buddhist monks and nuns they were battling one another to help improve their skills out of love, not out of fear. So the energy does transform around the situation there. And so that is telling you that your energy is transforming from one of fear to one of love. So I like it. All right. And then your final message is going to come from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So let's take a look here and see what is your final message for Pisces. Okay, I suppose that is it. And you've got card number 13, which 3 + 1 is 4. So another 4 stability when coming in here. Beautiful card. We're just going to put that right in the middle here, and let's see what message comes in here. So decisions require action. You are in control of your own decisions in life and no one else's. That simplifies it too. Again, your power of choice. Passion and will determine a great proportion of your success. You will persist. You possess free will, which means you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over another's. Little affirmation for this card is, I have the will to make the changes I need. Will feels like a very old-fashioned concept. In a modern world where it seems like everything is geared up to be as easy as possible, or there's always someone else to blame, the idea of placing our personal will persistently into something seems quaint. When we decide we're going to change something in our lives, let's say a particularly negative pattern or a bad habit, breaking the old way we do things can be difficult. The change requires a concentration of our will. And we may want the change, but it is our will, our power of choice, that insists we stay on the path to that change. To be willful means we have the power of control over our own actions, and that will fires us up the persistence we need to get what we want. Contrary to popular belief, in witchcraft traditions, practitioners do not interfere with another's free will. This means we do not cast spells upon people to influence their behavior. How do we get what we want instead? We cast on ourselves in line with our will, focusing carefully on what we would like in our lives instead. That power of choice, right? Focus on what we do want, not what we want from someone else. For example, instead of casting a spell to get back our ex-boyfriend who doesn't want us by influencing his will to love us again, we more ethically cast upon ourselves for our ideal partner. This way we don't interfere with his free will, and if the ex is our ideal partner, he'll return to us freely. If not, we've attracted someone new and better for us. Either way, win-win. To use our will productively, we can assess what we really want and make sure this is what we want to reach for. And the companion stone for that is hematite. So if you're into stones and crystals, that can help with that energy. But I love that. Very much reiterating the power of choice. Every moment, so simple. It's a choice between unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. And if we're not choosing one, then we're choosing the other. So we are the only ones that can decide for us. Everyone else has to decide for themselves. Yeah, we can make it harder or easier for someone to choose love or fear, but ultimately they decide. And ultimately, so do we. I love it. So that's what they have for you this week, wonderful Pisces. I am excited for the journey that's coming forward for you. If you'd like more messages of love from above and are enjoying this content, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. When you go in there, there's an option for all. If you select that, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Plus, you'll also be notified when I go live to provide free readings on YouTube. Doing those things also helps spread the Zen love, and it does help the channel grow in significant ways. So if you like or share one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, comment on any of the videos. Doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy, wants to automatically share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I'm ever so grateful. And the readings that I do here publicly are, of course, general readings. And if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. And all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. So, lovely people, as you go throughout this weekly adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.